Hello all and welcome to your very own Tech and More. Hope you guys are doing awesome. So this video is a part of the playlist that is important or top programming questions for automation testing interviews. And we are doing all these programming problems in Java. So I again welcome you to another video. Now in this video, we are going to discuss the algorithm and the code for the programming problem, that is write down a program to calculate the count of characters excluding white spaces. That is, I have a string with multiple words as in, and I want to calculate the count of the strings without the white spaces. As an example, let's say, let me take it to Eclipse. For example, I have this string, which is I am tech and more, right? Now, ideally, if I count the white spaces, I mean, in a generic way, what would happen is, the number of characters would be one, including the white space 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18, right? So total characters or the total count is equals to 18 characters. Now what the program or the programming problem is asking us to do is to count the number of characters in this string, which is I am taken more, without these white spaces. White spaces as in simple terms, the blanks. So there is a blank between I and M. Then there's another blank between am and tech, then another blank, and then another blank, right? So all in all, you have to calculate the characters in the string, but just exclude the white spaces or the blanks here, right? And if I exclude the white spaces, how many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. All in all, without white spaces, there are 14 characters. So 14 characters without white spaces. So I hope the problem is clear to you now. Now let's go and have a look at the algorithm. The quick algorithm before we have a look at the program is, number one, I need to find a way wherein I need to iterate through that string. How do I iterate? The answer is using a loop, right? So the first step or the first stage is initiate a for loop which iterates up to the length of the string. Number one. Step number two is once I iterate through the string, that is I am taken more, I should now find a way to locate those particular places in this entire string wherein there's a blank. So in simple words, what I can say that when when whatever I'm iterating, let's suppose the string's variable name is str, I, sorry, is not equals to white space. Again, I am asking the loop to do one thing, that, okay, whenever you're iterating through this entire string, and when you come to see that, you know what, I am locating a character, but that is not equal to white space. That is a character or an index value which is not equal to white space, all in all is I, A, M, T, E, and so on, right? So any characters in the entire string which is not a blank, you have to consider it, right? So I am asking it that, you know what, whenever you see that there is no blank, that is, there is a letter written there, I am going to give you a variable count. My bad, give me a second. I'm going to give you a variable count, and you always have to increment it or just increment it by +1. Again, I am asking Java, I am asking this particular program to go ahead and iterate through this entire string, which is I am taken more. And then I am asking it to locate the places wherein the the iterator or wherein you're not able to locate any blank values. That is, just focus on the characters I, am, tech, and more. Just just ignore the blank spaces. And whenever you encounter something wherein there is no blank, you basically just go and increase the count by 1. It's as simple as that. And once you do that, you simply go ahead and print the value. So this is the algorithm behind it. Now we are going to see the program. In the programmatic terms, I am going to first of all declare a string, that is a string s equals to I am taken more, as we did in the algorithm. And I'm going to initiate a counter giving the variable name as compute. Right now, as we discussed, first of all, I'm going to iterate through it, having a look at the algorithm very quickly, initiate a for loop, right? So this is my standard for loop. Cool, perfect. Let me close it as well. So I am now iterating through this entire string, that is I am taken more. And now I am going to go to the second stage or the second step of the algorithm, that is iterate through the loop. That is something we are doing. When any white space characters are not found, so for that I'm going to use an if condition. So I'm going to use here as if s, that is my string, dot char at. So basically in this string, locate or iterate through each and every character using dot char at method, right? And whenever you see that every character, I mean, when you're iterating through every character, you see that there are no white spaces. You see that there are no white spaces. You increase the count of the variable compute by one. It's as simple as that, right? And once that is done, I want you to exit out of the loop and simply go and print that particular value, as in like this, right? So let's go and see what the resultant is. 14. So if you remember, when we started discussing this particular program, we came out with the conclusion that without the white spaces, the count of the characters in the string is 14, and we have displayed the same, right? So next time someone questions you, you will have some idea. I know, see, do not try to mug up anything. Maximum questions which I'm discussing with you will be a very good source of inspiration for you in your interviews. The questions will be similar. The intent is that you start learning or building the logic behind it. So once you watch all these videos which I have in this playlist, you will try to think more analytically and you will be able to solve similar problems, right? So I hope that this is helpful to you. I'll be coming up with more programming problems and posting them. So thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.